Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of DadVGirls After Hours.
Yay, episode 30. Love that. It's a round number. It feels really high.
Let's quit while we're ahead.
Let's
not. No.
Whoa. All right, mate.
So yeah, Sarah's got on the iconic Daewoo football shirt, which we did. And that literally sold out in minutes. And we get messages like daily about it.
Yeah.
People saying, when's it coming back? It's like, it's not really coming back.
It's not. Are we doing that? Are we giving a little a little sneak peek?
Well, yeah, I guess we are. But
Ooh.
yeah, it isn't coming back exactly, but it is coming back in a slightly different way.
Yeah. It's
more appropriate for
the winter, but yeah.
So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. Literally, and as well, like so many influencers were asking us for that.
It was really funny because when I first got it, I was like, oh, probably too old for it. Like, can't really wear it. And then I wore it to filming and I got so many compliments. And I was like, oh, okay, fine. Like, I can actually wear it.
Yeah. Who complimented you?
The producer Steve.
Oh, as in like I didn't know if you meant on comments.
No,
as in when you were filming.
No, so I was like, oh, cool, okay. I wouldn't normally put it with these trousers. I had a pair of jeans, but I couldn't bother to sit in jeans. So Joel calls these my scrubs as if I'm a nurse.
Yeah, because it's got a matching blue top and it does actually look like scrubs.
I'm okay with that. It's comfy.
It looks cool though. I like it. I'm not taking the mic, but it just does.
Yeah.
Anyway, talking about comments, obviously we always read the comments. So I don't know, it almost feels like I'm now just trying to prove we read the comments. I'm like, just to prove we read the comments, here's a comment. No, we do read the comments. So guys, comment below. But this is from Aria 2475. What do you think that sometimes I wonder, what does that number stand for when people do a username and then they have like,
I thought it was more like it. What's her name?
It can't even be a birthday.
2675, my boo scooting baby. Maybe it's that.
Yeah, no, it's not that. Their profile picture is literally the most butters picture of you I've ever seen in my life.
Don't show it.
I don't need to. Will's probably going to put it on the screen or something.
No, we're not going to put it on the screen. Why would you do me dirty like that? Like,
is a picture
we're not even a minute in and you're doing me dirty like that. Are you all right?
Anyway, we're here now.
It's like one of those 0.5 pictures of me. Like,
she put 2 shot glasses up to her eyes and pulled the most ridiculous face. And I think we took a picture of her on 0.5. And that I've seen a few people with that as their profile picture.
Why?
Why not? That's the question.
It's iconic.
Oh, good one.
Oh gosh.
I need to move on. So we keep talking about having guests and then don't have any guests on. And we were saying like, who should we have on? So this person was like, here is guests that we need. She put Roland, but sadly doesn't want to come on. Emma and Ryan. So we have said about Emma and Ryan coming on at some point. Casey and Ava. That would be a good duo to get on.
Yeah.
Because obviously we had Casey on, but I think getting Casey and Ava on would be quite funny. Roz, Sarah's mum.
Yeah.
Would your mum come on?
I'd like to think she would, but she always says no, but
she's a lot more shy on camera than say like your dad.
Yeah.
So never know. Maybe one day we'll speak to
maybe
her.
Like this, because she listens. Maybe she'll hear this.
Someone said Chloe and Sophie. I don't think Sophie would like to do it.
No.
I think she would. Sophie would. What Sophie would love to do is watch it. She sometimes comes to our studio, not this one, and watches us when we do filming. Yeah, but the last time she got banned because
she was so loud.
Honestly, this kid was so disruptive, right? She was like chomping the whole time, like crisps, opening sweets.
Oh, we would be filming and we were in our desk and then all of a sudden I'd feel Sophie.
She would literally just come onto the set and be stood next to Sarah.
Hi.
And then she would just like heckle us, like just trying to film. So I was like saying to Sophie, like, Sophie, if you carry on, you like probably can't come back.
She does love it, bless her. But yeah.
She likes coming to the office. Yeah. So it says Chloe and Sophie. Chloe, I think, would be brilliant on the podcast. I think we should do an episode with her. We could maybe come up with some different segments.
She doesn't have to be in like the whole thing, for example. We could do part of it.
I think she could be in the whole thing. I just think we probably need to come up with a bit of a format. Can't really interview her, but I think like.
How do you feel, Chloe, about...
We could do some games and stuff. I think it actually would be hilarious. Someone else, they also said Ava's parents to come on. which would be cute. And then they said, or maybe some influencers too, like Tennessee. Yeah.
I don't know if people actually know that. We actually have a really good relationship with Ava's parents. Like, firstly,
I went and played golf the other day with Ava's dad.
Yeah, well, we're all really close, but they're also really close with my mum and dad. They live on the same road. So they pop and have cups of teas with each other. The 6 of us are like us two, Ava's parents and my parents. We always go for food together. Like it's really nice. Like
She's
got really lovely parents, and she's got really nice sisters that were also. So yeah, it's really nice. I was just it got me onto thinking, oh, they're going to come to my party, so we can talk about my party because I don't mind.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Sarah's party.
Extravagant. Why? Because I gotta.
Extravagant is the way I'm describing it at this point.
I'm going to be really chill. I'm going to have a really chill party. Like just, like, oh no, it's now like.
It's snowballing.
Yeah. I've got a cocktail maker making everyone cocktails the whole night, which we've had him a couple of times. So, and the cocktails are amazing. They get everyone very drunk, which is good fun. So the theme is cowgirls and cowboys. It's called Sarah's Hoedown, and I have one of those mechanical bulls in the garden, but I want to make sure everyone does shots before they go on there because I think that'd be even more funnier.
Oh God, who first to throw up? That's the game we're going to play on that.
No, but my mum's
doing
adamant
shots
she's not.
and then
My
going
mum's like,
on that.
I can't get on that. I'm like, oh yes you are. I'm getting you.
Yes, you are, girl.
I have got now these 2 singers that are country singers, but they're brothers. They're called the Illbillies. And they look really fun. It's not serious, and they take their character of like literally like hillbillies, like, so it's really fun. And then I have a really lovely lady that always does like my decorations and stuff. If you follow me on my Instagram, you'll always know I always share her party stuff because they are the best. But they've also just got this new pancake, literally like a huge cart. So I've got pancakes for everyone, and yeah, it's gonna be
and it's. I feel like by the next week there'll be more things that have been added to it. I'd actually be really scared about if you plan a party a year out because the more time you have, the more things you add to it.
I know.
Sadly, no Shania Twain still. Just to give an update there.
No,
she hasn't agreed to our $2,000 budget. But it's going to be a good party, and I'm not.
I had $2,000 budget for because I could.
You've definitely gone over $2,000.
What for singer? No. I haven't gone over. I actually haven't.
What? You've not spent more than $2,000 on it? You're getting everything for free?
Basically. They're my friends. Yeah.
So, yeah. No, and I'm at an event. I actually land at 5 p.m.
You're in, I was going to say, like, you're in another country, not just that at an event elsewhere. Like, you're fully.
I'm in Spain at an event, and the dates kind of clashed, but I'd already agreed to this. And then this is the only day you could have the party. I couldn't pull out of that. So I'm having to leave the event.
Conveniently, he's not there to help set up.
Well, the thing is that I'm a little bit worried about is like, who's going to vlog it? Because I'm the person that would like vlog it and actually make like a good vlog out of it.
Yeah.
And obviously you're going to be like preoccupied with that. Casey, sometimes if you give her the camera and like vlog this, she kind of half-asses it sometimes. Sometimes she'll be like, I'm like, brilliant, right? Have you got, especially if like, say we're all filming different things for a video, and then I'll go to her like, cool, you got yours. She's like, oh no, I actually forgot. Didn't actually vlog anything. I'm like, what is going on? So I'm like, how are we going to make, because I feel like it would make an epic vlog, but like, how are we going to make sure?
I don't know. Can you ask Roland to come and just film it or something for me?
I don't know if he...
follow me around with a camera.
I don't think he'd be down
like,
for
come
that.
with me while we set up the pancakes.
Might have to get a cameraman in to come and film it, but yeah, I don't know. We need to make sure we vlog it because it's going to be epic.
It is going to be a good party. So yeah, it's going to be super, super fun. And I cannot wait. But you have one job.
Because I've been given one job.
Yeah, like we always joke about Joel not being thoughtful, but I don't think you've ever really like thought ahead of getting me things. So as in like, I messaged you, here's the cake lady's number, here's her name. Can you at least do the cake? You're like, have you ordered the cake?
Oh, you were being serious about that?
Yeah.
Let's just say.
Does it go with my theme?
I said sparkly pink. basically, right, what's going on here? Because really what you want is you want to control what the cake
No,
looks like.
No.
You was like, basically, you're like, does it go over? Why don't you just do us all a favour and just order your own cake? Because you know how you want it.
That's not nice.
No, I'm joking. I have sorted the cake. Sorted. Of course it's going to go with the theme. What do you think I didn't say like, oh, what the theme of the party was? Of course.
Did you get a little Pinterest going on to give her ideas?
Isn't that her job?
No.
She's the cake designer.
She's not a design. Like, I always send her pictures of inspiration that I'd like.
She knows how to use Pinterest.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
You didn't even think of an idea. What is it going to come like a big old cowboy boot or something? Like what?
Yeah. Why not?
Wait,
so
what? You've not actually done nothing. You've just asked her, "Oh, make a cowboy themed cake." There's no thought of like how you would like it to look. You know, when I have kids their cakes, I've designed it of how I would like.
Oh, I thought she designed them. You just gave her a theme.
No, you're joking.
No, you're joking me.
I don't know anyone that's like orders a cake.
What? I may as well make it myself then.
Oh, you're all right.
I'm going to come up with the whole idea. So I basically have to design it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really confused. I thought that's what she did.
So you're just as surprised as I am when this cake comes.
I couldn't wait. I can't wait to see what she comes up with. Could be a giant wagon wheel.
You have to choose all like the flavourings and stuff like that. You don't just...
She's not asked me any questions.
What?
She just said, yeah, brilliant. It's in the diary.
Okay.
I thought, well, that was easy.
She's my cake lady. She'll ask you.
Nah, it's fine. Nearer the time.
Well, no, you have to let her know the design sooner, but...
What?
No, you don't have to do the exact...
Okay,
like,
it's cowboy thing.
I might send like
I was like,
2 or 3.
cowboy boot, like, cowboy hat, lasso, like a little horse. I think I could actually do one with Playmobil.
You ain't around.
I'm cancelling your cake. I'm going to make
You
mine.
ain't around anyway to do it. If you miss your flight or you're cancelled, you ain't coming anyway, and you're going to miss the most epic party there ever was.
Yeah, and that would be really sad. But why are you saying it in a way that's so like aggressive? Like that would be really sad if that happened to
Well,
me.
you're the one going away.
You're the one who booked it on the same day I had the event.
It wasn't in the diary.
Anyway, so I'm going to cancel your cake and I'm going to make it myself. How thoughtful is that?
No.
Now, how excited are you?
Never. You wouldn't do that.
Why? It would be good.
No, it won't.
Be thoughtful. Like when the kids come home and they made you a Mother's Day card versus you bought one.
Do you remember? It's actually really funny. Sorry to my sister in advance, but do you remember? I think it was like Holly or someone's first birthday, and she wanted to make that cake.
Oh my Lord.
Oh
that
my
was
gosh,
not
it was the worst
safe
cake
to
I've
eat.
ever tasted.
It was
She left the room and we were like, what is this cake?
I don't know what she put in it. It was stodge, right? As one slice of this cake was so heavy. I was like, why is it so heavy? It should be light and fluffy, right?
And knock someone out if you throw it.
You took a bite of it and it was just like stodge. It was bad. Like, she knew it was bad though. I think after she tried it and then she was like,
how is it like? And we were like,
gross.
That also reminds me of once when we went to a restaurant and the food was so bad, but we were the only customers. It was in Spain, and we just walked past and we're like, oh, let's just eat. And the guy that ran it was so sweet. It was so lovely. And we ate, but the food was so bad. We felt so bad. We were trying to hide bits in our napkins and stuff it in our bags and in our pockets, not to offend them, that the food was unedible. I'm like, no wonder you're empty, but you're so sweet. And we're like wrapping it.
We paid, we tipped them. We were like, oh yeah, so lovely. We just did not have the heart to tell them. But yeah, all that food went. Do you know what? Weirdly, right? You'd think that is such a one-off thing. We've done that twice.
We always feel.
But how many other people in their lifetime have done this? Like where we wrapped up food and hid it.
I can't remember the other
because we went to the Smith and Weston and we were doing a video, and it was like the waitress orders our food for us. And she was so excited to be doing it, to be part of this video, bless her. And she ordered like, I think the start was like this massive nachos, and we filled ourselves up on the nachos. So when all the other but she was she was a bit nervous about getting it wrong, about getting our orders wrong and not getting the stuff we like. Yeah. We were like, no, it's absolutely fine. Like, just go for it. So she got us all this other food, and we were like, we were just so full, but we thought if we don't eat it, she's going to feel really bad about herself that she thinks that she ordered the wrong stuff. So we were like wrapping up burgers and hiding them in the bottom of the buggy. And Casey said about that recently. She's like, how has that happened to us twice? But yeah.
That's oh dear.
Oh, and just going back to talking about reading people's comments, which we do.
You keep saying we. I mean,
Sarah never does. I read them
now
to
and again
Sarah.
I do, but
I read them to Sarah like bedtime stories. I'm like, Susan said, you look
bloody
lovely.
Susan.
You should read them. They're all nice comments about you. They're basically like they're just nice things about you mostly. Sarah's the best mum. She's the best wife. She has to deal with Joel. Blah blah blah. Anyway,
thanks, guys. And that is why you should subscribe and shit.
Brilliant. So one of the comments, I don't know how they. We must have mentioned somewhere before about me breaking your ankle, but we've never maybe said the full story.
Yeah, I don't know if we've said it on a YouTube channel or on a YouTube video or not, but yeah, it was literally like the worst time of my life. Joking. No, so basically, we were in Spain on a family holiday and we had a couple of friends with us as well. And obviously, this just really pulls out my flaws and what I'm scared of. Obviously, I'm scared of water and fish, okay? Mostly fish. And we were on the lake and it was one of those like obstacle courses. Now, can I just say the obstacle course on this lake was in the middle of nowhere. Our car was miles away. So when you then know I've got a broken ankle, just think about that. It was miles. So,
yeah, literally in the middle of nowhere. Like you have to kind of walk up almost like a bit of a mountain to get back to the car. It's a 2.5 hour drive back to home.
But we basically was on this obstacle course and we're doing it. And I'm scared, obviously, because of the fish. Now, on the part where it's like a slide, so it's black bouncy castle material, so you shouldn't break a bone. I don't know how, but basically I was looking down the slide and the end of the slide stops and then there was a gap to the next bit. So I'm thinking to myself, right, how do I go down this slide without going in that gap? Like I want to go, stop, but then get myself on the next bit. So while I'm thinking that, Joel's got the vlogging camera. We were vlogging it.
It was before we were actually on YouTube, but I was just used to film like home movies on holiday and stuff.
I'm next to my friend and she's about to go. Joel comes up behind and goes, go on, go. Boots me down.
I put my foot on her back and like sort of pushed her. I didn't like. I didn't like.
You don't have like anyone that really knows us. This is not no way intentional or you actually in any form of like.
So I'm not to blame.
You are to blame.
Okay, yeah, brilliant.
You are to blame, but you didn't do it maliciously.
Yeah. So I was just like joking. I was thinking, yeah, cool. Like she's just been a wuss. So I kind of kicked you down the slide.
Go. But what you actually said was, I nearly pushed your friend down, but I thought I can't really push her, so I pushed you. So it was more like a just go. Like that could have been her ankle instead of mine. Damn it. But then I go down. I'm so scared. I've ridged my feet like this. I've stuck them out and I've gone stiff. So as I've gone to the bottom, my ankle went and I just heard it. I screamed so loud.
I'm cringing.
I'm literally, I was screaming, holding on to my ankle. You're up there. So you shoot down, then land on top of me to try and.
There was no way to safely get down. So I was like, oh no, I'm coming down. Then I start coming down, literally land on top of her.
But I'm screaming to then it goes dead silent in this lake. Like everyone stopped, and now I'm embarrassed because everyone is looking at me. I can hear Casey and Grace over there getting really upset, like, my mum, what's wrong with my mum? Like, but we're basically in the middle of the lake, right? So then we have to ask a dad and her daughter. You said, can I use your dinghy boat? So the dad comes over the dinghy boat, gets me into a dinghy boat. But now I'm embarrassed because I'm like, what about there's nothing actually wrong and I haven't done anything? So I'm really embarrassed by the attention I'm getting. So I get out into this dinghy, go onto the shore, which is all stones. It was uncomfortable. I'm trying to get down. And the guy that was like the lifeguard had got me like really a hard lump of ice. I can remember it now because it really hurt. And he basically really hardly like pushed it onto my ankle. So I screamed, you like, Sarah, don't be rude. I'm like, that fucking hurt. Like, ow.
She starts shouting at him.
I was like, ow, be gentle with me. Like, ow. So then, if I've not got all the embarrassment of everyone looking at me anyway, my ankle is swelling. I'm trying to put my foot down to put weight on. I can't. Between Joel and his brother had to take it in turns to piggyback me up to the car. And I'm in
up
bikini.
A mountain.
Yeah, like Joel's brother. It was so embarrassing.
It was. I felt so bad. I don't think I've ever felt so bad.
And then
like, it
I
was
get
terrible.
to the car and I remember trying to put my foot down, being like, it's fine, it's fine. And then when I got in the car, it just got bigger and bigger. Actually, I say broken. It was fractured. I don't know if you call it fracture, but
same.
I then was actually in a cast and for like whatever it is, the 6 weeks. But I was so scared because being in Spain and he was going, operation. And I started shaking. Do you remember? And he's going, no operation. Like how he would say like, no, like trying to speak
Why are we
English.
talking about operation?
I'm like, like I thought, oh my gosh, I got to have an operation. But no, it was, you did feel really bad.
Oh, I felt so terrible.
And then you had to inject me because
just to get her to shut
home
up.
With that whole,
I was like, go sleep.
They gave us like that and that. I hated that. Like I'm not very good at things like that.
Yeah, you're a bit of a wuss. But anyway, that is the story of how I broke.
And that was just before my 30th birthday. So then I had to go to, my friend had surprised us by booking Amsterdam for my birthday and I was on crutches. And sad times.
Anyway, moving on.
But I don't blame you. It's okay. It's a good story to tell, to be fair.
That's the first time you've ever said you don't blame me for that. So thank you. Can finally release that burden.
It was actually
weighted
really funny
on my
because
shoulders.
if you know me, I've got like an obsession with sunglasses. I like to buy sunglasses, but at that start of that holiday, I was like, "Oh, there's a pair of sunglasses I like." I'm like, and you're like, "No, you don't need them." When you broke my ankle, you're like, "I'm taking you for dinner and buying you them sunglasses." I was like, "Oh,
all is forgiven."
Thanks. That's really cute.
Right, we're gonna play a quick game to liven things up. We're going to play a game that I've prepared earlier.
Yeah, lies.
It is called Would You Rather? So we're going to have questions.
Ooh,
like,
I love that producer Will went, ooh, he's the one that made the game.
He's excited. Right. Would you rather tread on... So this is a parenting edition. Would you rather tread on a piece of Lego barefoot or watch Frozen on repeat for a whole day?
Oh, easy. Frozen on repeat on a whole day. I love Frozen.
Tread on a piece of Lego barefoot, 100%.
What?
Yes.
No, that hurts.
That's a one-off hurt. Watching Frozen
not
all
with
day
your
on
hard
repeat.
Skin, that probably will be all right.
Shut up. Watching Frozen on repeat all day. That is a whole day of hurt.
I would love Disney on the background. Anyway, I don't mind.
Good for you.
Easy.
Next. Would you rather hear every 3 seconds of a long car journey, can I have a snack? Can I have a snack? It's pretty much what I hear on the way here.
Maddie loves a snack. Well, I did not say to you.
Or are we nearly there yet?
If I've got the snacks to follow it up, then I'd rather hear a snack because then I can be snacking myself at the same time.
That sounds delicious.
I don't know.
Would you rather your child drew all over your walls with crayon or put your car keys down the loo?
Well, if it means like, can I get the car keys back? I'd do that because to be fair, I've done plenty of these.
These things have all
plenty
happened.
of times. The worst is when you've weed and then you didn't realise you had it in your back pocket and then it drops in. So you have to collect it while you've weed. That's happened before.
Yeah.
I don't mind when it's your own weed though, because does it really matter? I wouldn't want to put my hand in your weed.
Where are we going with this? Yeah, definitely the keys down the loo. Would you rather your child had an epic tantrum in the supermarket queue or did a very loud fart while you're out for a family meal?
Again, we've had plenty of these.
Honestly, I remember Casey having a tantrum on the tube. Do you remember that? When she was like, she must have been like 4 or 5. And she had this major tantrum on the London Underground. And it was so embarrassing. Everyone was watching. And you know, when you're like, you kind of like, you want to shout at them, but you're like, you can't. You're like, Casey, shut up. You know, when you like shout through your teeth and you're like, you're going to be in so much trouble when you get home. Oh, do you not remember it? No. I felt like it was such a moment that just sticks in my head. Like she was so naughty and she threw this huge tantrum. I was so embarrassed. And then Chloe farts I feel like she saves it for the dinner table.
Yeah.
Like she's so that kid has got so much gas.
Yeah.
And she literally she would do whatever she can to make it the loudest fart and everyone, yeah. To be honest, I'd much rather Chloe just lets one rip at the table.
Yeah, me
than
too.
the tantrum. The tantrums get me.
Because for some reason, farts, they are a bit funny. People do laugh.
Yeah, no one's laughing at a child having tantrum. Everyone's like...
It's more just annoying. It's like, oh, how long is this going to last?
And also, like, you're in public, so you can't really, like, tell them off properly.
Yeah.
But yeah. Would you rather be chased by a pack of wild bears but survive, or listen to your child learn to play the recorder at full volume?
Oh, for me, it'd have
wild bears.
Me recorder, I would literally poo my pants. Like,
but you're guaranteed survival.
no, I can't.
That sounds like
that
an
chase,
absolute
that
adventure.
sounds like hell.
But you're guaranteed to survive.
No, I still
Mate,
can't.
I would just do that anyway. If you said right now you could be
Again,
chased
we
by
have to
wild
listen
bears.
to Casey with her violin, like we've done that.
Yeah.
I'm not for the life of me getting chased by bears. Like,
That would be sick.
I wouldn't even want to be
imagine
chased
if
by a
you could,
little
like,
chihuahua.
people would pay to be chased by wild bears if they were guaranteed to survive. That's an adventure. I'd do that.
People do that like ball racing thing, don't they? Don't you?
Oh
run?
yeah, where they let the balls
And that's
loose.
not guaranteed survival when they're doing that.
Yeah, I've seen a few people get
Where is
horn up
that?
the backside from that. It's bad.
Where is that?
Spain.
Oh.
Yeah. Would you rather watch your youngest child's favorite cartoon every day for a month, or never watch Netflix again
Oh, we're gonna have to watch Child.
every day? Oh, every day just for 1 month. I think we sort of do that. If it's Bluey, I'm telling you now, Bluey is the ultimate child's program. I love Bluey.
Did you know I only just found out, well, actually not that long ago, but you know the intro is like and they're dancing and it's like, Mum, it's musical statues. And if you watch, they all stop, the mum continues. It's like, Mum, you're out. So she stands to the side. Then it's Dad.
What?
It's musical statues.
I've never noticed that before.
Picture it now, but like
Can we just talk about the difference between Bluey and Peppa Pig, right? I can't stand Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig, yeah.
Putting it out there in that universe.
She is a little brat.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
right?
not fair. She always calls her daddy fat and lazy. Oh no, your kids do that to you.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Joke.
My daddy pig, my kids. No, but like, she's not very likable. I don't know if it's just me. I don't think Peppa Pig is a likable character. And I also don't find the programs interesting in the slightest. Bluey is like, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's got like the right amount of like wholesome comedy. It feels relatable. It actually feels like I could sit and watch that. Maybe it's just me, but
Maddie still chooses Peppa Pig over Bluey.
Coco Melon, shoot me in the face. Honestly, I cannot.
And now they've got Coco Melon Lane and
they got Baby Finn.
Baby Finn.
Why is it Baby Finn? What does that mean?
Is it
B-E-B-E
the baby in Spain? Bebe.
But it's in English.
Yeah, but I don't know. No, I think some things are like.
Honestly, some of those kids' programs are.
But yeah, but we actually don't watch like normal TV anymore. We only watch Netflix. We don't.
Netflix, Disney, like we watch all the streaming services.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, so we couldn't be without Netflix.
No way. Especially at the moment, I'm really into it. Would you rather your younger children picked what they had for dinner every day, or you had to eat everything on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here eating trial? Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know, because that would be Maddie. What would Maddie pick me to eat every day?
Pasta.
Oh, it'd be plain pasta.
She does actually like. She does like spag bowl though.
She does. I'd rather risk it with Maddie than some of the things I've seen on I'm a Celebrity. She definitely ain't gonna pick me a kangaroo's cock to eat, is she?
Oh,
so
God.
like, it can't be worse.
No, to be fair, yeah, I think I'd have to choose what Maddie, because I know I'd eat it, I'd like it, but celebrities, hard.
Would you rather your child was told off by their teacher, or you were told off by their teacher?
Oh, definitely them.
Them?
Joke.
Yeah.
No.
What? Oh no, us.
Yeah.
Us? No, them. Why should I get told off by a teacher? It's very normal for
I
a
was
kid.
told off by the teacher once.
Why?
Because Chloe had been having nail varnish on and they told her to remove it. And obviously she then didn't pass that message on to me. So I was literally coming across the playground and she was like, Mrs. Conda, nails. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, thanks. I just got them done.
I was like, oh gosh, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
What did you put? Yeah.
I don't think it would end well for the teacher if they tried to tell me off. I would not be happy. I can't stand other adults telling other adults off. Like, it really, even if you're in the wrong, like, it proper grates on me, like, massively. Anyway, homeschool your child until they are 16 or never drink alcohol again.
Never drink alcohol again. Easy.
Never. I used to really want to homeschool the kids, didn't I?
Yeah,
I got obsessed about it at one point. I was like, let's homeschool them. I think it's just because I wanted to travel. So I was like, if we homeschool them, we can just go away and travel and film travel vlogs and da 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 da. And like, I'm glad I didn't do it. I feel like looking back, it would have been the wrong decision. But I was really trying to force it. It was a big debate in the house. Grace was all for it. Casey was like, absolutely not. But looking back,
because I'm not really a big drinker, I don't think I would miss alcohol. Anyway, every time I was pregnant, it didn't bother me for giving up alcohol.
I feel like I actually feel like,
and that would imagine that's another 13 years of having like them home every day. The boredom that they would.
I think as well, do you know what it was? Lockdown actually taught me I didn't want to homeschool the kids.
Yeah.
That actually was it was after lockdown that I didn't think I ever mentioned it ever again, because lockdown I was like, homeschooling the kids ain't actually.
But we always say that we've got friends that homeschool. They've got 6, 7 children, and they homeschool.
Oh, the Grimwades.
Yeah. They homeschool their children, and we are like, wow, like.
Oh, honestly, yeah. So if you guys might have seen them, they've got a YouTube channel. They're called the Grimwade family, and they
coolest kids you ever met.
They are cool. That family is just unreal. Like their kids are. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, say when you meet up with them, first of all, they all call you like, oh, they're all different ages, and they all come and say hello to you, ask you how you are, call you Uncle Joel, Auntie Sarah, and they're so polite, and but they're also cool. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not like, like little nerdy kids. They're like super cool kids, super polite, super engaging, like can have a full-on conversation. Oh, they're amazing at football. They do loads of dancing TikToks now, and they're just so cool.
They really are.
They really are, and they are such a lovely family. If you said to me, "Oh, there's a family and like they got this many kids and they all homeschool," I don't know. My perception would be different to when I meet them, and
they're really close, which is what I really like as well. They're such a close family. They really look out for each other, which is really sweet.
All the siblings, like they seem to just all get on so well.
Yeah.
And it's not like chaos. Like I'm like, we've got how many kids have they? I can't remember. I could just about remember how many kids I've got sometimes. But I'm like, sometimes it's chaos in our house. And Casey and Grace are not close in age with the other 3. But somehow they've got all those kids and it's not chaos.
Yeah.
They've absolutely smashed the parenting thing.
Well, so like where you're saying like Casey and Grace, there's a gap. I think because we were young parents as well, I know for me, I felt like I had a lot to prove of being a parent. So I know we were really strict on the girls. And I've always been very like, we're a team, we're teammates, we help each other out. And just like being like family orientated and having chores to do and stuff like that. And then the next 3, I think because then obviously we had Sophie, which kind of broke that gap of she's not able to, if I asked her to do a chore, she'd laugh at me. Like,
Sophie's not really a team player. Like
no, she's not.
When Maddie and Chloe are like helping tidy up, which they do help now and they do enjoy it, but Sophie's just like, nah, absolutely not.
Good, thanks. There's odd things she do, but it's all on her terms. But anyway, I think that's why. And then life is busy, but we're not as strict with the younger 3 as we was, and which is fine. Obviously, but I have said the conversation is like, I want us to go back to being a little bit more stricter, not stricter in that we need to be, like can't do this, can't do that, but of like just drumming it in that we're a team. And I said, because when we look at Casey and Grace and how they've become adults now, they are unreal. Like I'm not just being biased here. They are thoughtful, they are kind, they want to be with their family. I'm like, it's everything like I really wanted. And I think our parenting skills help that. And I'm nervous that if we don't do that and we're just very laid back, that the girls will get up from the table and just leave their plates or like make a mess and just expect me to do it. I'm like, no, we're a team. Like, I'll help you. I didn't make the mess, but I'll help you, but let's do it together. That kind of thing as well.
We have actually had the conversation quite a bit, like, especially with Casey, because Casey was like, I wouldn't get away with that when I was their age, or like, she doesn't, but sometimes I feel like I feel judged by Casey, but I don't feel like she is judging me. It's in my mind.
Yeah.
I feel embarrassed when, like, say for example, Chloe's like winding me up she's being naughty, she's being rude, she's answering back, and Casey's that. I feel embarrassed because I'm like, it's embarrassing because like I wouldn't have let Casey and Grace get away with that. But I think what it is I think it's like, I think in a way, I don't want to come across in the wrong way. I feel like it's kind of like we've slipped into sometimes a bit of like lazy parenting, like anything for an easy life. So like, I'll give you an example. Say Maddie chooses a nice lolly, right? And then she's eating it and then she realizes that Chloe's got a different one and she's like, no, I want the same one, right? An easy life, lazy parenting is, yeah, fine. Just like, give me that one, I'll eat that one. You go and have that one. Or that one's going in the bin and just go and get another one. Problem solved. Like, you can go back to your day. Like, no issues. Saying no to her, because she's 3, or not 3, she's going to be 3 this year. Saying no to her and then her kicking off because you know she's going to kick off. And this could probably upset your day for like a good 30 minutes, right? It's one's an easy life. One is like actually being like a proactive
I do think
parent.
that. I feel like that's what happened. It's like we've been parents now for 19 years and we've kind of we've 5 times we've reset it and we've gone back. And I do think part of it is that whole thing of like pick your battles. I probably told Casey and Grace off for so many things that did it really matter? That was my mindset. And just, I found that parenting is now easier as in, I know what I'm doing. I feel confident.
But also,
I'm not feeling judged by anyone. Whereas I did with Casey.
Because we were young parents, we kind of felt like there was a pressure for us to be like, to actually be like really good parents. And like, I always had like this fear or this worry that they would grow up and be like little tearaways because we were young parents. So I'd always think, no, like, and that would make me be strict with them, as in like, I'd be like a stricter parent because I'd be like, I don't want them to be spoiled. I don't want them to be like disrespectful. I don't want them to be this, right? But then because they've turned out so well, I'm kind of, I don't know what I was worried about. But that isn't necessarily going to work because if we don't bring them up the same way, the little ones, then it might turn out different. But
and when I say like obviously being strict and making them do chores, I'm not saying like,
I think
obviously we're going to
I'll give examples, right? So for example, where they sit in the car, right? It's just an argument. And then all you try and do is appease, like try and compromise because it's different. They want to sit in different, because we got a 7-seater car. So you got like 3 rows. And then the other day, like Chloe wanted to sit in the back and Sophie wanted to sit on her. She's tall enough. She doesn't actually need a car seat, but she does want to sit on like a booster. So she wanted the booster, but she wanted it in the middle row and she was going to be next to Grace. Well, Grace has got Maddie on the other side of her in a car seat. So it would make Grace really squished in the middle just because Sophie is just saying that's where she wants to sit. So I said to her, no, you can put the car seat in the very back. If you want to sit on your car seat, it's in the back with Chloe. If you want to sit next to Grace, it's no car seat because it's too squishy.
Yeah.
So she's kicking off. And normally in that situation, I'd be like, sorry, Grace, just got to lump it. That's it. We're just going to give in to her. But I didn't. So that's the kind of strict parenting we're talking about. So I took her inside. I'm saying, right, mum's going without us. Me and you are staying at home. Obviously, it's all the tears, it's kicking off. And I'm saying, if you just agree to go in the back with your car seat, then you can go.
Yeah.
Then she sees you pulling off the drive. She realizes that we're actually being serious. Like, she's not going to get to go. And then obviously she was like, okay, I'll go in the back. I was like, okay, perfect. So that is the kind of thing we're talking about when we're saying about being strict. And then there's been a few examples of this. Like the other day, when I was at David Lloyd's with the little ones, you weren't there. They all had the choice of what snack they wanted. And I showed Maddie the cookie. I was like, do you want this cookie? Because it looked like really big and like cool. And the others were getting the cookies. Like, do you want the cookie? No. She wanted this little pack of like little kind of like healthy sweets. So like, cool. So she ate all them. And obviously the girls are still eating her cookies because they're bigger, right? But Sophie's finished her cookie. She's like, she ate half of it. She didn't want the other half. So Maddie's like, I want a cookie actually. I'm like, well, you had the decision. Sophie's like, you can have the rest of mine. So it's like, there you go. You just got like, she's like, no, want my own one. And you know what Maddie's like? She's like Chloe. She's very strong-willed. So she kicked off, and old Joel, like 3 days before, would have been like, He would have been like, getting a cookie, don't want to hear it. You're having a cookie, it's
yeah.
fine. I don't care. Nope. I even, because I was with Ryan, so I said to Ryan, right, you sit with the kids. I took Maddie all the way to the car, all the way like through the car park, back to her car. I was like, I'm taking you home, because all the cousins were in there. So I was like, I'm taking you home. If you're going to keep crying, I'm taking you home. So she went, okay. So I went, not having a cookie? She went, no. So we took her back in. That's it. That is what we need to start doing. Stop being like lazy when it comes to...
It's a bit of tough love.
It is. And it's harder
good,
for us. It makes our lives harder now, but in the long run, it's going to be...
It's better for them because, yeah.
And I think that's the kind of thing that we just need to be like, we need to stick to our guns and not give in for an easy life, because that is what makes it harder. But
it is hard.
But at the same time, so honey, we need to talk. I feel like I'm doing more honey, we need to talk than you recently. So honey, we need to talk. We both said, and we both agreed, like we need to be stricter parents, right? And twice when I have exercised this new strictness, you've literally like come down on me and been like, why are you doing that? And I'm like, we agreed. We agreed to be like, Chloe was messing around at bedtime. And I said to her, right, and I never have done this before. I said, right, Chloe, tomorrow you are going to bed 15 minutes before your sisters because you're messing around. I've told you 4 times now to go upstairs and get your pajamas on. And she's doing handstands, roly-poly. She's jumping on the sofa. She's literally ignoring me.
She's more upside down than she is the right way around.
So I'm like that. And you're like, why are you being so tough with her? Like, da 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 da. And I'm like, this is what we've agreed. Like, what's going on?
You don't understand me because you take it out of context all the time. Like, I've heard you shouting at her and saying she's going to go to bed early, and she's really upset because I can see how her brain's thinking. Sophie and Maddie were also, and like obviously you said, well, a couple of other nights, but in that moment as a child, her 2 sisters are also messing around and not going, and you're being hard on her and telling her to go to bed early before her sisters tomorrow. But her 2 sisters are also doing the exact same. And that's how I was like, I don't think that's very fair in her mind. Like, you should be like, you're all in trouble, all go to bed. But it was like you pointed her out of...
Yeah, because there was a backstory to it. So the last 3 nights in a row, she was doing this. So I've had words of her every single night saying, like, Chloe, you just don't listen, right? So I hadn't even really asked the other 2 to go to bed yet. I was focusing in on Chloe, and I actually explained to her before I started getting annoyed, I was explaining to her, I was like, right, Chloe, we can either have like a really nice bedtime or we can have a bedtime where daddy's cross with you, right? It's your decision. It depends whether you listen or you don't listen. So I'd already said this to her. Hadn't even like spoke to the other 2. I was like, right, to go to bed, like go upstairs, Said it again. Obviously, then I was like, punishment. Maddie's like 2. So as soon as she sees like Chloe go upstairs, she runs upstairs and goes to bed anyway. Sophie has special needs.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say is like, because Sophie has special needs and she's a baby, you are then automatically homing in and being a bit more tougher on Chloe. But I'm seeing them all as like...
Yeah, I understand the confusion.
Yes, it's no honey, we need to talk. Like,
but there was another time as well, which it happened, and you said I was being too tough, but I was just being same thing. I think in your brain you're being stricter, but which I get. I do get it. It is very hard because Sophie has special needs and Maddie is little. It means we're being more stricter on Chloe, but it's easing it in of like, we can't just all of a sudden, she doesn't understand why we've made this decision. We haven't sat her down and said, oh, we're all of a sudden going to be stricter. This poor girl's like, bam, it's hit her. So that's what I'm trying to say of like, it's that easing it in, be strict where you need to be. No, we've got to be bad cop, just straight in there.
You're now realising I'm making sense. Like
she makes sense.
You can't just all of a sudden be like, you've switched, and she just has to understand that. It's like,
we need to ease
I'm
it in.
explaining to her like the whole thing of what I said of, you've made a mess in the playroom. Could you please tidy it up? And if she kicks off, say, Chloe, who do you think should tidy it up? Did mummy play in there? Should mummy tidy it? She's like, no. I'm like, who do you think? I should. Okay, if you go start, I'm just going to do this. I'm then going to help you.
That doesn't sound super strict.
It's getting her to do what we want to do, and I don't have to be strict and shouting at her.
Okay, cool.
But yes.
Fine. Whatever. But I don't know what I'm going to say. Fine, she's right. I'm wrong.
Anyway, aside from that.
Boring. Sorry.
Anyway, aside from that, I took Chloe to the theatre. Just me and her, we had a date. It was really cute. We went and watched Matilda. Like, she loved it. I just wanted to put it in there that she just had the best day with me, and it's really cute. So that's being really strict.
Brilliant. I'm so glad you shared that.
It was really cute.
No, that is
another
cute.
thing that you find boring.
The theatre.
The theatre.
Oh,
Love
God.
the theatre, but
I struggle in the theatre. Right, I've got a dilemma.
yeah, I bet you.
My wife always drags me to the theatre. No, you don't drag me.
Bro, I don't go with you anymore because you don't dance.
Why would I dance at the theatre? That's why I got banned from the concerts. Right. Okay, so my dilemma. So I've been talking to this guy for a year now. We made plans to meet up. However, it was the same time I was away in Dubai. I was gone for 2 weeks and hadn't heard from him. When I came back, I missed him so much. I reached out, and to my shock, he messaged me saying to avoid contact as he's now engaged to someone else.
What?
What? That is wild.
He obviously was seeing that other person as well.
Yeah, that doesn't. He
cheating.
must have been cheating. His exact message in quotes, like this is copy and paste. Hi, hope you're well. I'll be married soon, please. No longer contact me. Wait. Hi, hope you're well. I will be married soon. Please no longer contact or try and contact out of respect. Thank you. Take care. I thought he was having me on, but he's genuinely engaged.
You dodged a bullet, girl.
Yeah, now you need to help someone else dodge a bullet. I've been through a very rough time since hearing this and not sure what I should do. Please advise. I've gone on a few dates and tried to focus on myself, but I really felt like he was the one.
Absolutely not. He's not the one.
He is not.
That is the biggest red flag ever. That you've dodged a bullet, girl, and you need to count yourself lucky and move on from that. You're better off to have seen that now before you moved in, fell in love, and he was a cheat. Absolutely not. Like,
better to be you in this scenario than his fiance, because his fiance is going to go through
hell,
way more heartache and way more hell.
Yeah,
and she's only going to find out a lot later down the line when she's already wasted.
And as much as there's the parts of him that you enjoyed and you said that you thought he was the one, you'll find all that again, but someone that's loyal and faithful, and that's what you need. So it's like, take the elements that you did like, but find someone that is loyal and faithful.
And I know it's hard because, like, when your heart wants someone, like, it's really hard because it's like the emotion and everything will completely outweigh what your logic and your head and your gut is telling you, because the heart is like, it's like the most powerful emotion. But that will pass. It's not going to be easy until it does, but like, it will start to pass and you will look back and be like,
yeah,
my Lord.
And maybe just have time like for yourself, like find like, it sounds really corny, but just find yourself and find like the values and the things that you want from a person. Don't go looking for dates because you're looking for them to match that person. Like, and you're not, you haven't got that. If your emotion is still with this guy, get over that and then start dating when you're ready. It sounds like you're not ready because you're comparing, and that's also not fair on the new person. Yeah,
because everything at the moment won't look good enough in comparison.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And also on the first night, I don't always think the first date, well, actually, I don't think I've ever dated, but other than be with you, but like, I don't know if you would get, I think you have to date someone more. Surely like on the first night, like, you don't know genuinely what that person's like, because they could be nervous and it could be like, I always think that with first interviews, I'd be rubbish at an interview, like if I went for a job interview, but I'd probably smash the job, whatever it is.
I'd hire you just based on your looks. Joke. She's not even that good looking.
You can't really say that when we've got like an employee full of women. People would be like, oh, that's why he's hired her. That's why he's got her. Don't worry, guys. I'm involved in all the hiring process, and I only hire them for good looks. Joke. Jokes.
Yeah. So that's
because we hired Susan and she is butters.
Who is this? No, imagine if one day we do hire someone called Susan.
I'm only joking. We don't have a Susan in our lives.
Yet.
Yeah, if there's a Susan out there, we're ready to meet you. We need you in our lives.
Right, we've got one more dilemma. Okay, so it says how to navigate a teenage secondary school relationship. Me and my boyfriend have been together since we were 15 and now we're 17. We did break up for 6 months due to exam stress putting a strain on our relationship. How did you guys get through the early struggles, bickering of the teenage relationship and maintain a healthy relationship when you're both are growing up so quickly and constantly changing. Wow, could do a whole episode on that.
We should actually, because I was just like, can I just be honest? Like when I'd say like about that same sort of age, about 17, I think our relationship became a little bit toxic, and it wasn't what it is today. Like obviously we've been together now.
We started dating, Sarah was 15, I was 16. The first year was amazing. We literally spent every minute either, if we weren't together, we were messaging each other. We were literally lived in each other's pockets. And then after a year, it was like...
I think it's when you got closer to 18, so you were then like, you was able to go out with your friends and you became like really social. I think trying to navigate what you're saying of like having your own friends, but also be together, but exploring life and doing life, like it was really, really tough. And we argued so much. We would break up, we'd get back together. It was toxic. It was hell. Like
the thing is, we broke up so many times, but then we always just wanted to be together. So when we get back together, it'd be good for like a few months, and then it would be like bad again. I do think we're kind of probably like the exception to the rule, because everyone else we know who was like dating back then, like no one else is like.
Because I actually don't even know if like when we fell pregnant with Casey, like we were fully time together.
We weren't even together.
Yeah.
Like even after we had Casey, we still break up and stuff. So
yeah,
like we were so young. But
our relationship, I think, became really solid when we had Grace, and we then were like, right, enough's enough now. Like I think it became a point of we even need to really make this work. We've got 2 kids, and like
I think it might have even broken up after we had Grace as well. But there was a point that came where it was like,
well, then that breakup around Grace.
Yeah.
That was the one that was like, we either make a go.
It's either it's this or nothing. Like
yeah, you are right. Well, after we had Grace, we had a break, and I think that was the longest we'd actually ever broken up. And then we were like, we either need to really make this work,
or we just need to stop.
We just need to stop.
This can't go on anymore.
Healthy. So yeah, so I would say
sorry that we couldn't give you a better answer. Like it was all roses, but like it was hard. Like we can't.
There was a lot of love, and I think that's why it was quite passionate, our arguments, because we loved each other so much. It was very clear, but it was also really hard of like trying to make a healthy balance. The
thing is, like, because there's a point in the dilemma, which is like you're growing up, so probably like through the ages of like 16 to like 21, like you've grown drastically have changed.
Well, look at Casey, the person that she was at 16, 17. Even now, like she's...
So it's like you're both growing up and changing together. So you could easily be like completely changing in a way that's like you're no longer compatible, or you could be like, you never know. Like, so it's really, it is really tough.
My advice for like, that I always wish I could have told myself this, or at least acted like this. Like I was always so heartbroken and emotional as if it was like the final end. But I'm like, I just wish I'd been a little bit more laid back, of like, just going with the flow a bit more, of like, you know, I think my expectations of you and wanting to be with each other all the time, like, I don't know, I think I wish I'd just been a little bit more chill, a little bit more relaxed, and what's meant to be will be. But I don't know, maybe we wouldn't have been together if I had that attitude, or I don't know.
I honestly don't know. I find it hard because hard. I do feel like a lot of the time I do feel like we're exception to the rule with how long we've stayed together and all the stuff we've gone through. So
I even say this to the girls, because I know like with Casey and Grace, they feel a little bit of pressure. Again, like we haven't put that pressure on them, but they've naturally felt pressure that they want to find someone and be with only someone, you know, like how we were. But I'm like, it wasn't what you see today is not what the relationship was. Like we fully had to grow as individuals, as parents, in a couple, like, and like, you know, it's been really tough. Like it's not, and I think having Sophie, and also my brother passing away, we've had such big things thrown at us that it also pushed us to really be together as well to get through it. So yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know if that's helped or not. It's very difficult. Know, it's so individual, but yeah, good luck.
I think just focus on trying to grow yourself and hope that if you both make some effort to...
If it's meant to be, it will be. If it's not, it won't.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is all we have time for. So guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And if you could rate and review us if you're listening to this on audio, it massively helps. And we'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday, guys. Bye.